A group of friends embarks on a weekend camping trip in the secluded Blackwood Forest, known for its eerie history and whispered legends. As night falls, they discover that the forest is alive with secrets that should have remained buried. The story begins with a panoramic view of Blackwood Forest, dense and shadowy, with a chilling breeze rustling the leaves. The sun sets, casting long shadows that flicker across the campsite. 5 friends, Alex, Jess, Mark, Sarah, and Tom, are setting up their tents, laughing and joking, blissfully unaware of the dark history of the woods around them. As darkness envelopes the forest, they gather around a campfire. They share ghost stories, with Mark recounting the legend of the Whispering Shadows, a tale of lost souls trapped in the forest, their cries echoing on silent nights. The atmosphere thickens as the wind picks up, causing the flames to flicker ominously. Later that night, while everyone is inside their tents, Jess is awoken by faint whispers. At first, she brushes it off as the wind, but the sounds grow clearer, disembodied voices calling her name. Uneasy, she decides to step outside, armed with her flashlight. The moment she exits, the whispers fade, leaving an unsettling silence. The next morning, Jess is missing. Panic spreads among the group as they search the campsite and nearby areas. They find her flashlight abandoned near the edge of the woods, but there's no sign of her. Alex suggests they call for help, but the nearest town is miles away. As they venture deeper into the forest, searching for Jess, they hear strange echoes. Every rustle of leaves and snap of twigs seems amplified, heightening their fear. They find odd symbols carved into trees, spirals and figures that seem to watch them. Tom insists it's just graffiti, but Mark is unnerved, recalling tales of cult activity in the woods. After hours of searching, they stumble upon an old cabin hidden in a clearing. Its windows are boarded up, and the door hangs ajar. Hesitant, they enter. Inside, the air is thick with dust, and an old radio sits silently in the corner. As Sarah approaches it, the radio crackles to life, emitting static before tuning into Jess's voice, pleading for help. Realizing the cabin is a focal point of the supernatural occurrences, they hear the whispers again, now louder and more insistent. Join us, join us. The friends feel a strange pull towards the door, their minds clouding with despair. They attempt to resist, but one by one, they start to succumb to the call. Mark, determined to save them, fights against the pull and heads back outside. He realizes the whispers are luring them into a trap, feeding on their fears. As he races back to the campsite, he turns to see shadows emerging from the trees, figures that resemble Jess and the others, beckoning him to join them. Mark reaches the campsite and finds Jess's backpack, still untouched. He frantically searches through it until he finds her journal, filled with her thoughts about the forest and the whispers. He realizes the key to breaking the curse lies within her words. As the shadows close in, he reads aloud, calling for the spirits to release his friends. Suddenly, the whispers transform into screams, and the shadows writhe in agony. Mark's voice grows stronger, and the presence begins to recede. With one final plea, he calls Jess's name, and the shadows dissolve, revealing his friends, disoriented but alive. The group flees the forest, hearts pounding, vowing never to return. As they reach the road, they look back to see the woods shrouded in mist, an unsettling calm settling over the area. The camera zooms in on a tree at the edge of the forest, revealing a faint echo of whispers in the wind. Some echoes never fade. Beware the whispers in the woods.